Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where we are back here in Vartuline, and it looks like we have a couple more quests than I had been expecting, so let's see what they need us to do. There is much work to be done planting and growing now that the pale blight has been properly combated. We could use your help, Pine Leaf. If you wish to learn how we plant and tend the forest, I and the other grove tenders will show you. You will work with Uthral, one of our grove tenders, in the high path above. First, however, we need to collect cinder from the nearby cinder piles. It makes the soil fertile, and it is beneficial for new plants. There, you should have some right outside of our. Oh, there should be some right outside of our Tulian. Okay, fine. I'll look for some cinder. What else we have?
How can I help?
This is quite the blessing Curd One has bestowed upon us. We must not waste any of it. You were the one who sought around and helped heal Vartulin. It should then be your honor to heal Greater Vartulin. There are many soils, plots, and trees copses throughout Vartulin. Spread a small but judicious amount of the salve at each. We will use Vartulin as a staging point to heal Greater Ottergream. It is my intention to see Lethor, the Emerald Wood, reborn before I leave this place and undergo the wearying. Okay? So I need to apply Curd One salve to corpses afflicted by lag Davrit and apply Curd One salve to soil plots. Boy, she must have made quite a generous amount of that stuff.
May nature's blessings find you.
Well, considering how many scorpions I had to kill in order to get that thing made, I guess that's all right. It grieves me greatly, but I have a task for you, outsider, if you are willing. There are many of our kind that cannot find peace, even in death. It is this forest, Farvathor, cursed as it has become. Whenever a Lagdavrit struck the Fravathor, Kurthadi were bored out of the imbalance in nature. Kurthadi are Aldrihid spirits of hatred and anger who roam this land, never finding any peace. It is the solemn duty of the Aldrihid warriors to bring peace by force to those among my kin who become Kurthadi. You have helped Thorvillian greatly, and so you seem to be someone who the Albertia can trust. I'll be honest. I have so few warriors left. I can't. Well, I know you sent them all out to fight those Urux and whatever those super orcs are. I cannot spare any currently to deal with the Kurthadi. These southern men make war upon us. Ever has it been, and ever it will be. We cannot find peace, yet our duty to the Kurthadi remains. Will you go in my stead? That is the sacred duty that I can give to you. We are responsible for tending all of our dead, peaceful and otherwise. This extends even to the odious few who become Kurthadi. Go to Rothrine. There the pale blight has corrupted the Veralthi of the grove, and many spirits of the grove have spilled out, angry and hateful, becoming Kurthadi. Give them the final peace that they deserve. Defeat 10 Kurthadi. The final peace? Okay. It's not going to be a case, as Gimli says, to inconvenience them or something like that. The first thing I should do is to find this cinder that he spoke of. Let's see. Where do we have some cinder? Some cinder. Oh, here's some cinder for soil. Okay, good. Ah, more cinder? And is there any more in the area? If there is, I shall find it. I think that this should be enough. So, let me head back and find the places where I need to speak to Uthral. Oh, I'm supposed to work with the shoots with the soil? Okay. Ah, look. Here are the soil plots that I was supposed to be using with the salve. Soil plot. Here's some of that.
Lead us, mud friend.
These new plants growing are so exciting. There is so much for us to do. We grove tenders had our hands full just tending to the Varrothi and holding back the pale blight. Now we can focus on the fun part, growing new plants and with rich soil. There is much to do. Lend me a hand and I'll show you how we do it. Ah, this is perfect. Don't you just love that smell? It smells like home to me. Now, we need to combine the cinder with a little water into each hole that you see over there. Then we'll fill the holes with a small sapling. Okay? So, mix water with cinder and create a fertile ground for the soil. Okay, dokie. So, here we go. Mix water and cinder to create a fertile ground soil. Good. And so we are going to be doing this to each one of these. Now I presume that there are more of these around here since the count seems to be higher than the number of items that I see here. There we go. Because it says 12 and oh, I see some things out in the back. Okay, those must be the copses. Oh yes, these things. I remember dealing with these before. Okay. There we go. Good. Anything else around here? What about the other side of the bridge? Oh, actually, we want this also. Oh, I missed these before. Okay. So there are more here than I thought before. Okay, that's fair enough. 7, 8. Let's see, I see number 10 and 11. Oh, 10 and 10 and 12 were next to each other. Yeah, I know. Those numbers aren't next to each other in counting, but I assigned 11 already. Okay, so there we have that.
Lead us, mud friend.
Here, be careful with them. These saplings are easily broken. Put one sapling in each fertile area that you made. Okay, dokie. So, instead of just adding water, well, first we add cinders and water, then we added saplings. There we go. I still have some more copses and soil plots to cure or whatever word you want to use, to Caradwan, I guess. Okay, good. That's this side. Okay, I see some of those plots up ahead. I see some on that island up there. Good. Perfect. And wonderful. And before long, we'll be done. That is, of course, unless she has something else for us to do afterwards. Not too sure what it will be, but I am sure she would tell us if she needs anything else, right? There we go.
Lead us, mud friend.
Ah, that was perfect. We'll make tree bearer of you yet. Well, if Thorvillian allows it, of course. For that, you'll have to plant some of these saplings outside of Bartulian. But that was great. Just wait. Just 30 years from now, and the whole forest will be transformed. Yeah, that's right. I'll just have to wait here for 30 years. No time at all. Now let's take care of this side of the island. Or this side of the bridge, this side of the river. I'm sure there's an appropriate word there somewhere. Yeah, so we'll take care of this one. Oh, and make sure that we take care of the mounds. Good. Good. See, yeah, that's okay. Another copse up here. So that's 7. I'm sure that I will find the last few. I have finished spreading the sap.
Lead us, mud.
This is a large step, Pineleaf. We have created a fortification of nature against the Lag Davrit. Soon we will push these bounds out further and further. The emerald wood would once more be real again, not just a memory of old Quinta like me. Very well. Now, let's take care of those Kuthradi. Though, based on what I've been hearing, these Kuthradi are rather uncouth. So the uncouth Riadi? Okay. Here we go. Let's try this. And we also have uncouth caracals, apparently. I could have just ignored you. Oh, I guess you're not well at the moment. Well, now, let's deal with these. Oh, 1 down, 9 more to go. Wretched Kuthrad spirit. Wretched. There we go. So we will bring rest to them with a pointy stick. Okay, now we have vengeful Kuthrad spirit. They're vengeful for my taking care of the wretched ones, I guess. There we go. Alright, I think this will work. And before long, I will have this place cleared and quiet, right? Nice and quiet. No longer troubling anyone. I know. All I'm probably really doing is inconveniencing them. I have quieted the Kuthradi.
Lead that man.
That is a hard thing, bringing peace to those who do not want it. Thank you for executing the duty in my stead. There is much that is out of balance in Favarthor this day. I must admit, I often long for the great boughs of peace green copse of the old emerald wood of Lythor. Right, there we go. Now, back to the Grove Elder.
I have a final task for you, my friend. Though this is less a task and more an honor befitting all you have done for us.
You are to be an Ardurfeed tree bearer. What does that mean? The first young tree sapling that we have grown resistant to the Lagdavrit, the pale blight, are ready to be transported out of Vartulin and into the forest of Odegreen proper. I have instructed the grove tenders that you are the one to be given the honor of doing this. Speak with Colvire, one of the grove tenders. He will explain more deeply. And once more, thank you for all that you have done for us. And of course, that means that the payment for doing work is more work, of course. Speak with Colvire, the grove tender. Okie dokie. Let's see. Oh, yeah. This way. Hello there. What needs to be done today?
Torvilan told me you are to be our tree bearer. It is quite the honor, almost never given to an outsider.
Thorvillion must think quite highly of you. Well, your task is simple enough. Gather rich soil into the sack from throughout Vartulin. Then come back here and carefully remove these young tree saplings that you see. You are then to replant them in Greater Odegreen. Dig a small hole out, replant them, and then cover their roots with the rich soil that you collect. They are to be about 20 paces east beyond the edge of Vartulin. This will allow us to check them easily to ensure that they are truly hardy enough to withstand the Lagdavrit. Off with you then! Of course. Alright, so I need to collect rich soil from around Vartulin. Oh, oops. It's not a good start. Okay, here we go. Rich soil. Good. Well, looks like there is some all over the place. And of course, we'll have more steps after that. Now that I have the soil, I had to carry this. I'm supposed to carry all 12 saplings? Ugh. I'd be lucky if a single one of these survive. Really? Do you remember the time when we made that halfling a grove tender? You remember the disaster that it was? Well, let's go on about it. And now for the other half. Did I just plant these? Boy, I guess they assumed that I came back several weeks later or something. Maybe they don't have any sense of reckoning. Maybe my being in here made me lose all sense of reckoning. There you go. And then after this, just one more. So I'm supposed to take this, go to the edge of Vartulin, then march north around the rock formation. Okay. So I'm supposed to go to the edge of Vartulin. I will presume that means to the end of the road. That's what the edge of Vartulin means. I mean, that's all I can figure. Then march up to the rock formation. Plant the tree saplings in Farthavor, right? You know, with all these things, with insects, these spirits, and all of this around here, Good luck, little trees! Ah, it was a bit of a challenge to finding the right area. I don't think the quest tracker is quite accurate on it. And the quest sometimes takes its sweet time in. Well, let's get rid of this thing. I don't know what they eat, but I'm going to guess that saplings are definitely going to be on their menu. So just in case. A second sapling. Is there going to be a bug at every single sapling? Probably. Yeah. A burrower. Do they like burrowing under saplings? If so, it's going to be a bit of a problem. Okay, so take care of that in. But there should be a few more of them. Ah, here's another one. Problem is this place is so overgrown. I'm wondering if everything will get. I have a feeling that the serval are the least of the problems I'm going to have here. Unless they have a habit of eating this type of tree for medicinal effects or something like that. One never knows. Here we go. Up here. Okay, in the middle of the road. You are joking me. I'm not exactly sure I agree with the locations that they chose for this, but oh well. I'm sure I'll be berated in another 30 years when all the trees are eaten before they had a chance to grow into a fair size. And any more around here? Oh, look! I mean, look at this. Weed strewn. I guess maybe some of their tenders are going to come out and deal with the overgrowth in the area. I mean, they'll have to do some part of it, not just give everything to this hobbit, right? All right, that's 11. So where is the last one? Around here somewhere. Ah, way up here. There we go. Last spot for a tree. Now, let's go back to Thurvilion. All saplings planted.
You have borne the first of many saplings back to the forest of Favrathor. It is not again Lytor, the Emerald Wood, nor will it be for many years. But we have hope now because of your actions.
The Arahid used Tree Bearer to donate something who has done great work to the lands near their home. Though you are not Arahid, you have done great work near our home. You should know that not many outsiders get to wear this title, but for you, we will make a special exception. You may wear this name with pride. So there is Piney Needle's Tree Bearer. Okay, so it is a in-game title now. Title awarded. And that is it for our work here with the elves in this area. And I think that is it for a little while, at least until we have the next content update. Though I think that should be very, very soon. And when it is, we'll be returning for another episode of the Song of Waves and Wind.